What's this? He handed me a white paper bag. To my surprise, I peeked inside. Found a sweater in beige. I peeked inside to find a sweater in beige. What's this? Are you going to start spoiling me now? I playfully teased, even though he wasn't exactly the joking type. Just saw that and it reminded me of you. A beige jumper? Oh, thank you, you're too kind. The usual excuse. David has never been very expressive, but he's always sincere. Thanks, Dave. Dave. Imagine that's the worldwide known conductor. Respected by hundreds of thousands of people. Is Dave. No, serious people call themselves David, sorry. It's like the English Prime Minister. He's not Dave Cameron, he's David Cameron. I smiled at him in return. He kept staring at me as if he wanted to say something. Dave? I heard from Melissa downstairs. I acted surprised, even though I already knew this was coming. A lecture. I'll just show David that there's no reason for him to be concerned this time. Don't worry, Dave, I'm not really into younger guys. Did they want to stop me dating? Why is everyone giving me a lecture? Melissa was like, oh, tell me more, tell me more. And then the other guy, Mr. Mood Swing Personality McFucko himself, couldn't decide. He's like, oh, just stay away. And now this guy's going to give me a proper lecture, which deserves its own music. That's not the problem here. Yes? You should toughen up. Listen to this guy. He gives extremely vague advice sometimes. Vague advice? No, chances are if you don't know what toughen up means... whatever. Aren't I tough enough? No. What I meant is to stop giving them a reason to prey on you. He can be rather extreme. The word prey is too much, Dave. How he keeps calling him Dave. This really amuses me. Hey now, don't make it sound like I'm seducing them. Dave sighed. He probably had nothing else to say to me. You worry too much, Dave. I can handle myself and I'm always careful. You clearly can't if someone's having to lecture you in such a way. I remember when someone tells you something, all they're hoping to do is get the best out of you. Or be kind and nice. That's what he's doing here. We're ignoring him because of that, whatever. Always, huh? He stared at me as if he wasn't convinced, so I was forced to rephrase my statement. Well, I'm careful. Now. Dave, it's... Oh, now we're calling him David. David sighed again, but I knew he'd relent for the time being. That's good to hear. If something happens, don't hesitate to tell us. You're a conductor here. How the fuck am I going to get hold of you half the time? I don't even know where we're set. We could be set in France. We could be set in America. Has to be America, though. Mason, for God's sake. Aye, aye. He bade me good night and left my... Good night? It's the morning, though, isn't it? Whatever. I lay down on my bed and took a deep breath. I thought our conversation would last longer. I'm happy glad I turned out to be wrong. Yep, first language is definitely not English. David has this intimidating aura around him. Well, let me know when it starts. Fucking hell. Intimidating aura? He looks worried. Ah, you prick. Around him at times that makes me feel unconscious, that makes me unconsciously hold my breath. It probably has something to do with him being the eldest. Whatever. Giving them reasons, huh? So wait. They're all quite successful. An oil painter who's done all these different things, and a conductor all around Europe, and I'm just a makeup artist. Now, don't get me wrong. Well done, you're a makeup artist, but considering the achievements in the family, that's not the first thing they'd expect of you. Giving them reasons, huh? Like Malcolm, I've lost count of how many lovers I've had. Apparently I'm a stud. Again, might want to redefine lovers. This is where we differ, though. I've never been in a relationship with a woman. I'm gay. You could just say... It's only ever been men for me. Just something like that. You don't have to outright say, It has always been men and men alone for me. And just like anyone else, I've experienced the pain of breakups. Be it me or my partner who decided to end the relationship. It hurts. I will never understand how that works. If you're dumping someone, you must be thinking, right, I've made the right decision. Not, I've dumped and oh, feel sorry for me. It always happened for the same few reasons. One, they'd found a new guy, or much worse, a girl. Much worse! Oh, Christ. Oh, Jesus. It treats it like some prejudice, doesn't it? You like the boobies? Oh, God! That repulses me to my core! Who made them realise they weren't gay after all. Two, they'd grown tired of... That is something which happens a lot on the internet. There are a lot of people who say they're bisexual, but they only say they're bisexual because they're not getting any. It's like people who go straight edge because they're not getting any of anything. They couldn't even if they wanted to. I can easily say, I'm going to abstain from bungee jumping. It's not very hard, is it? I could probably do that quite easily for the rest of my life. That is, of course, not to say that everyone who says they're bisexual on the internet is an actual bisexual. This is a minority. Just a disclaimer adding at the end of that. Two, they'd grown tired of me. Three, they were only after sex. Four, etc. I don't even want to remember. I mean, isn't that just every reason you'd break up with someone, though? Like, they cheated. They didn't really love you anymore. Or not get... there aren't many other reasons, are there? Other than say, like, oh, I'm moving to India. Other than that, there aren't many reasons. The list just goes on. Does it, though? Does it really? Well, that's humans for you, Mace. I'm just saying that out loud. Why are they calling me Mace? Mace is a horrible word. Like, for a name, that's a horrible word. Just call me Mason. Opening old wounds wasn't always my thing, but I may unconsciously have been doing so. I should probably sleep now. Oh, so it is the night. Visual novel problems. That is bright sunshine out there. In fact, that is sickeningly so. If the sun was real like that in real life, we wouldn't have any eyes anymore. It would blind us. That is just pure white all the time. Like, we can't see any trees, any sky, nothing. That's just pure white. And come on, those curtains are transparent before anyone says that. Look, you can see the windowsill in between. What's the point of having curtains if they're that shit? Oh dear. I took a bath, wore my pyjamas, and went to sleep without fixing my things for tomorrow. Tomorrow's another good day. Good night. It always, every time it like skips on to a new scene, it's always rather jerky because it just stands there for another second and then slowly fades to black. Yeah, you have to do that as soon as I hit space, please. I came to work a bit earlier, and just as I expected, no one else is here but me. I guess I'm more excited to work, and I have another job later in the afternoon. You're a makeup artist. You physically cannot do anything until someone else shows up. Busy, aren't we? Ah! I turned around and saw a face I'd come to know well. Don't be that guy. Hi, Kim. Oh, okay, it's not. You're here. You're early here. Come on. Let's see what sexuality she is. They're going to tell us immediately. Of course, the early bird catches the worm, but in my case, I have to be here this early or Dagger will be late again. Why will he be late? Whatever. How about someone's called Dagger? Oh, Jesus. Like last time. Oh. This is Kim, Dagger's manager. She was a model in the past, but she retired early. She hasn't told me the reason. Casting couch. Right. I chuckled. I recalled what happened that day. It had been a disaster. Where is he anyway? I didn't see him when I came in. Kim pointed a finger at a grey door a couple steps away. Wait, was there a / in there? Oh my god, there's a /. Oh, Jesus. That's the thing. Does anyone know O.J. Simpson's email address? It's // escape@hotmail.com. You know, just in case you didn't know. Email that, it works. It doesn't. Dressing room. He's probably sleeping again. As always. Right, smack him for me, will you? No! You're the manager, you'll do it. Kim winked at me and patted my arm. I smiled in return. Leave it to me. Why am I doing it? I'm the maker. Whatever. Okay. I'll just use the excuse that I'm going for makeup. Dagger, Akira, and Jade. I think it says those three models over here. Yes, this is a fashion dressing room. We have one dress, 2 shirts, a jacket, a scarf, and 2 hats to pick from. We are truly the most innovative fashion designers in the world. I went into the dressing room and found Dagger awake. Ever the fastidious sleeper, the creak of the door had probably roused him. We didn't think of knocking. We just walked in. Hangover? I don't drink. Okay. I understand you need lines on a character to accentuate certain things. What is this? This line here. What's that? That's nothing. That... I don't drink. Really now? This is Dagger, again, Melissa's boyfriend. He entered the modelling industry 3 years ago after being discovered by good old Kim. He has been going out with my sister for almost 2 years now, and believe me, my brothers and I are keeping an eye on him. Oh, come on, he looks like the kind of person who'd go... whatever. The good thing is that a lot of my jobs involve him. And yes, he's always getting this grumpy and silent when his sleep is interrupted at work. He looks like he's mildly amused, like he's been doing this playfully. By the way, Dagger is just a stage name. Oh my god! Plot twist! Blew me away! His real name is Drake. We're definitely in America. You've been in the industry for a while now, and now you still... You've been in the industry for a while now, you still... I'll add a word in. And you still haven't gotten used to waking up early? You're unbelievable. He must have woken up early just to get here in time. I sighed while arranging my tools. Now, this is not the time for that. Can't. I love sleeping. You got the whole night for that. In Ravenhawk over here. Your argument is invalid. That is a thing which no one in their right mind would say aloud. I kept my promise to Kim and punched him lightly. He made a funny face. I don't think she said punch him. I think she said whack him jokingly. Lazy demeanour notwithstanding. Oh, God, there's a U in that demeanour. That means this person's English is English. English, this is... Oh, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Dagger's selling points are mainly his height and his classically handsome features. I'll decide whether he has classically handsome features. That's not classically. That's not traditionally handsome. He looks like he could front the Rasmus. That's not traditional. Whatever. He's about 5'11" to 6, but I think he's getting taller. That's not tall enough to be a model. You have to be taller than that. Trust me, I know. I've watched a Channel 4 documentary. You Americans are going, what does that mean? I'm joking. Channel 4. Like anyone. Oh, God, I feel for the people who genuinely get their news seriously from that. Imagine if you got your serious news from Fox News. Alright, that's what it's like. I, too, find him incredibly attractive, but it takes more than a handsome face for me to go after someone. I highly doubt that. My sister, on the other hand, considers his good look reason enough. It's always irritated me. I mean, someone has to be attractive for you to be attracted to them. That's just a thing. Surely, whatever. I'm very protective, yes. Yeah, so protective that you let her... whatever. By the way, I heard something. Oh, for God's sake. Someone says they love me, walks off, and suddenly everyone gives me a lecture about it. News sure fly fast. Acura was furious. He was? Acura is a fellow model Dagger hates with a passion. Since the guy used to have a thing for Melissa. Whoa. You can look at the menu as long as you don't take a bite. I don't understand. How does that even come out? Oh, because he probably tried to steal her at some point. They just haven't mentioned that. No, we'll go with that. He's selfish and spoiled. He doesn't like people hitting on you. Right, now Daddy's done with Melissa, Akira has moved on to me. Talk about being a playboy. He kept pestering the new guy. Oh, that boy. I wasn't able to get his name. Didn't we get his name? I thought we did. What's his name, by the way? I forgot to ask him yesterday. Ray. Ray. It's not a particularly sexually enhancing name, is it? Wow, so short, easy to remember, yet easy to forget. What the fuck is wrong with you? No one in their right mind speaks like that. Easy to remember, yet so easy. I can remember that. His name is Ray. Ray is in short for Raymond. It's not difficult. You're mean. Of course. Ha! So right. Yeah, right. Dagger crouched in a chair and started dozing off. Oh, God. That's a Google Translate sentence if ever I've seen one. Time to mess with him. Oh, yeah? When will the two of you break up? Dagger squinted his eyes at me. It was easy to see I had successfully irritated him. Why are we trying to irritate him? Mean was clearly an understatement. You're pure evil. Yep. Evil is overrated, my friend. No one speaks like that. Go away. As you wish. There's no reason for us to say that. I left the dressing room, noting that a few people were starting to set up the equipment for the photo shoot. We greeted each other as I wandered around. The other models hadn't arrived yet. The same could be said for most of the workers. I finally spotted Kimmy, who had a familiar black-haired guy by her side. Weirdly, no one's been introduced with their sexuality first, which is odd. Hi, Mace. Met the new kid already? Alright, apparently news doesn't fly around that fast. Yep, yesterday. I glanced at Ray with a grin and I saw him flush. Cute. Stop saying it's cute. I'll decide what's cute. Have you seen his shots? He's really good. Can't believe no one has scouted him yet. He's a photographer. Come on. Like, the difference with... The difference is why models and are paid more than photographers is because you can be taught photography. You can't be taught how to be really attractive in front of a camera. This kid's got some serious talent. Music stopped. Just creating that real big tension. You can even hear dogs barking in the background. Kim gleefully giggled as she patted Ray's back, his face flushed even redder. I couldn't help but notice that he kept averting his eyes from me. Is he embarrassed about yesterday? That reminds me. Klein will visit us today. I think he has some sort of announcement to make. He's already back from his trip? Yep, just this morning. Ah, Dagger! Kim immediately ran off. Now that Dagger had finally decided to step out of the dressing room, she proceeded to give him a good scolding as usual. I was left alone with Ray. There was awkward silence, until the kid scratched his head and spoke out. That's not speaking out, that's going, The blush on his face hadn't faded and he was fidgeting slightly. He really is a shy one, isn't he? I will decide that. You don't have to point out and go, oh, well, he's really cute. Oh, well, he's shy. Just tell me what he's doing. The blush on his face hadn't faded yet and he was fidgeting slightly. That's all you had to say. I can work out for myself that he's shy. Stop telling me he is. God, what is it with all games doing this recently? I meant to, apologise. Well, don't worry. I mean, with a jacket like that, I'd apologise as well. Don't worry.